Hello. It's 6:30, and that means it's time for me to exist on the bottom of the screen, or as established several times prior, I could be in like the middle, depending on. It just depends on really where you have the stream, like where you're putting it, where you put the window. It's like on the layer or there or there. It could be anywhere, really. I could even be in two places at once, like this. That's the power of technology. I'm not going to be in two places at once though, because I don't feel like it. How are we doing? How's everyone doing? How goes? It's Thursday, I think. Yeah, it's Thursday. Sorry. I've lost all sensation in my brain. Guilty Strive update queued. Well, anyway. Um thinking. It's gricking time. Yes. It is indeed time to grick. I am gricking it so good. You have 158 You have 158,000 channel points. I really should probably increase the cost of... Really, I probably just need more redeems and shit. I don't know, for the future. For the future. Could add a soundboard, but you would ruin your life. No, that's fine. I could handle a soundboard, probably. I just need to, do it. And also figure out what sounds it would be. Pretty good! That's one of them, yeah. Why are you poking the arcane? Okay. Well, time to grick. Without further ado. We're back in the Crick zone. It's happening. What am I, some kind of phantom detective? Okay, let's do it. I can't decide. Oh, I can't decide. Alright, chapter 12. When we left off... When did we leave off? Well, I guess this'll... Oh yeah! Fucking... Camilla got kidnapped. Looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. You really like detective dramas? I mean, detective dramas are fun. You get to watch the mystery unravel. It's neat. Oh my man, just taking some girl pills. Straight gricking it for real. Gay gricking it even. I told Lynn what I found out about the kidnapping. That it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house. And that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister? I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. Poor girl! Kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution? That's just too much! It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists, too. Like kidnappers winding up in and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it.
I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back.
Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist! Please! If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself! Just call home and...
I tried calling 100 times! My wife won't answer!
She won't?
It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing?
But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal?
It doesn't prove it!
It's not complicated, you lost the kids in the divorce. What a foolish man.
And I'm being watched! I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed! What difference does it make that it's not my daughter?
Ooh-wee. That's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. God. Hi, Cabanela. Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanela! He's doing it. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. Cabanela appeared fruitishly. Escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so there he is. What fruit would he be? Good question. Detective Jowd? Detective Jowd. I'm so sorry. I tried... I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Hi, Brian. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. Shut the fuck up, Mr. Survivor's Guilt. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this. I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. Two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? Were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Salty summoned you, but with fine dining? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. But Detective Jowd. I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But...
My poor Emily. Is she all right?
Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla.
Why is a dream talking to me in my head again?
Wait a minute. Emily? Could that be the Emily next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door.
No, not me. My wife. It's complicated.
Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The Minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right.
Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head!
Damn. Gotta do him like that? Love how Sissel can just call timeout on the kidnapping drama. Like, pause, I need to gossip. According to what I heard, Emily was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers. They were lying in wait for her. But Emily didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Huh? And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead? Apparently. Emily and Camilla are about the same age. I mean, told to hydrate. Kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Oh right, you asked her to bring a music box. Camilla... So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution. Tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple! Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla! What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself, I'm positive.
No, it can't be!
And, by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about?
Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer any more after tonight.
For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Your dying isn't gonna end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain that this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true? What Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla. Just the two of them. So, the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my. That's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't! It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday! The other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, huh? I have to think of it. There was no gun there. Just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. But one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot all of them. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. What? You mean... And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? Got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And, if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. Looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd. There's still time before dawn. Little anyway. He knows Prime if he swept his shit forward. There's still time before dawn. A little anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Was it Ray? Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Oh, yes, the fraud VOD is very good. I was I was in the Insano Hell Dimension and I loved every second of it. Time to solve that case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd. And of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there. And I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where is that music box now? In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. Gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up. Yes, sir! I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the Minister on our side. And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. And I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla. In more ways than one. Cabanela, the seed exploded. They can just ship in a new one overnight. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend. More ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned? Should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? This fucking entire fruit salad.
The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement.
Oh my god, that bow! He hit the floor! As you wish, Your Excellency. His hips cannot be okay. Really, they can't.
Please, don't bow down to me. And especially not that low.
In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. No heterosexual man is this flexible. That should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. You show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate. Glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now. But I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it'll be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. Got to do something about that kidnapping, somehow. Maybe I should ask some advice from the capable detective here? What's up? I'm in your brain now. Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right. The telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. You're the only one who can change this situation. Hey, Detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. Can't go meekly to the chair now. Hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. Key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. Is there a way? It's me, boy, the Sissel Ghost Trick, speaking to you inside your brain. Excuse me, Mr. Minister?
I can't hear you! La 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 la!
I'm sure you heard everything we've been saying. You're telling me you don't believe any of it?
Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there's somebody else whom I trust even less.
Oh yeah? Who's that?
Me! I can't explain your existence. It's not normal, but I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination, a delusion. Would you listen to a delusion?
To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got the bit about you not trusting me, though.
Good.
What a strange man. What a foolish man. Well, hanging around here won't change anything. I've got 10 minutes before the prison van shows up. If I could just do something about the kidnapping in those 10 minutes. I guess the telephone lines are my only hope. Alright, Up we go to... Where are we going? Lady Red's apartment? Yeah. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of sad fate lit the fire in Zhao's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that's happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistake-ridden abduction does too. Oh, that was all of Chapter 11. Or Chapter 12. That wasn't long at all. Hey, it's my theme song! You want to listen to my theme song, right? Paid a lot of money to get this baby going. Chapter 13. I visited Novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. Cavanella at Jowd, you really shouldn't have betrayed us. Dragon. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My darling angel! Oh, just listen to that cough! You naughty thing! Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. Her hair is a rose, yes. I don't know how she did that.
I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Blonde white baby Tedo. I think you said that the first time we saw her, too.
Mama?
Yes, darling?
Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Emily.
I hate you!
Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development, too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, I would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Alright, what's the plan? Arson? Yeah, it's arson. Hell yeah.
The phone!
Is the minister's birthday on Christmas Eve? Bad luck. I mean, that just means he got to double dip. Emily, I told you you couldn't call him tonight.
Why not? Listen to me, Emily. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. I can't settle on a consistent accent for her. I can't do it. I just can't. All you do is write weird novels. Oh my god. What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? I hate you! He's getting one present from everyone and it's gonna be 50% mustache wax. I mean, he needs the mustache wax, clearly. Also, her hair unfurled. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. I hate you! I can hear you, you know. What a bitch. Ooh, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Emily can call. Alright. Well. Burning. Mama, what is Papa about to do? Never mind. Nothing you need to know right now, Emily. Why is everything always such a big secret? I'm part of this family too, you know. It's not something for children's ears. You'll understand someday. Whole family needs ranked competitive therapy. Her dad called the first execution in decades. That is true. I don't want to know someday, I want to know now. It's not fair, you just don't want to tell me. I just want to wish Papa a happy birthday. Not tonight. If it was up to me, I'd let her call him. Knob. I'd better not put out the lamp right now. Only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Emily a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Rat! 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 Deploy the 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 rat! Ah, you bitch. Deploy the rat! I immediately drop everything and deploy the rat. Lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? Poor thing. Destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. Oh, I can turn this valve. Well, it made that spark. New mood unlocked, empathizing with the dictionary. I mean, it's so alone. Ding dong. Deploy the rat! Deploy the rat! Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams. Oh my god! What the fuck? You know, I forgot that this lady is superhuman. I'll be real. Like, she hit the 6H. Okay, no, yeah, she's terrible. I remember now. Yeah, what the fuck? I was just trying to deploy the rat. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. Get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. I'm sorry, Rat, but it had to be done. Oh, heavens! A blackout at a critical time like this! Of course, dim nights suit my story of love very well, but I, myself, am not very fond of the dark. I cooked Remy. It had to be done! It had to be done! It's what he would have wanted. Oh. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. What? What, lady? Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Crank that shit, mama. I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. Rat seems to be unconscious, but now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Well, the rat's not dead. There's no core. I would absolutely go back to 4 minutes before this rat's death if it was dead. I'm gonna deploy the rat. Oh. Okay, well. I have to save this rat from myself. No, I have to save it from the wine bottle. Crank that. What a naughty chandelier! I think maybe I need to knock the glass of wine out of her hand. Let's see, let's take a look at this animation. No, okay. So that's not it. What else can we do around here? Oh, maybe if we get into the thing and then make it burn bright. Oh! Poof! Such insolence! This lady is surprisingly quick. She is superhuman. She is like an actual fucking demigod. He dodged that thing like a pro. Guess they better get serious here. Is it insolence or insulation? Whatever, I'll look it up tomorrow. It took the team a month to finalize the cranking animation. Okay, maybe if I do it quicker, if I
make it burn bright and then quickly go over to the crank, it'll like burn all this. No, it doesn't seem like it. What else can we use in here? This one's a bit misleading, but I'll get it. How can I interact with him here? There's this valve. Not doing anything right now. Oh goodness, look at the time! As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. That's not... So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, huh? This won't buy enough time for her daughter to make a phone call. Must be something else I can distract her with. So the valve doesn't do anything. Chandelier can burn brighter. There's a dictionary that doesn't do anything. There's the crank that... So the crank drops the chandelier. I can't hit her with the chandelier because she's literally built different. Opening the wastebasket doesn't do anything as it stands currently. Can't turn the lamp off. Gas leak, blow the entire room up, interrogate their bodies, and force her to let her daughter make the call or she doesn't get rest. I think there might be... I think there might be some ethical concerns with that. It's fine, they don't actually die. But they do, though. Oh, aha! There we go. Not built different enough, huh? Amelie! Amelie, help me! Oh, take aim and nail it on the second try. I got an achievement. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. Chandelier is on there, tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. So... Puppies. Help! What? What is going on in here? Second try, that was a few chandelier drops. I guess that was the second time I, like, dropped the chandelier on her. Yeah. Amelie, look!
Do you see this? Help me, please! Sorry. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. The only trouble is, she can't reach it. So I'll just have to deliver it to her. Oh, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar recently, didn't I? So what if I, Oh, no, rat! I'm sorry! No! Look at that rat! No, I really owe that poor rat an apology. This might be a really good chance for me, too. I have to get that phone to Emily. Alright, sorry. It's so cruel. That rat did nothing to deserve this. Mama! What in the world is going on here? And she's just totally chill. How is that phone wired? They just invented wireless. Wireless wires. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? It'll only be a minute. Ah! Don't you dare, Emily! I won't have it! Level results. You cranked it 9 times. You killed 1 rat. You toasted 5 times. Rank S. I mean, the rat's fine. Yeah, he's just chill. Okay, let's get in that phone. Hello? Papa?
Emily! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were... No, never mind. It's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, you mean old Mama? Your mean old Mama? I mean, your mother? What is she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
It's just about to make a terrible mistake.
But it's all... Oh my... Oh god, that sprite. I was... We cured his mental illness. We did it. We set a rat on fire and cured his mental illness. Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
Just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me.
He's so normal, it's weird. I know, he's not crashing out.
Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But, okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
Life hack. Your generalized anxiety disorder can be cured by loving your daughter Kasane Teto. It's true. Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Emily. Good night, sweetheart.
Mama, I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Emily. I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up, after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. What? Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Oh, okay. So, Emily, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Oh, there she goes. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everyone is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. So what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. Well? Poor Remy. Fate changed. Wait, we aren't even in the past. What the fuck? The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe, he still seems to be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen.
I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? One question. Can't help but notice your daughter is safe. Yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. Is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives.
I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. If we get a report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist?
That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you.
You're a ghost, aren't you? You have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you.
We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts.
Known? Known about what?
We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator.
What's this?
That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd.
Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know?
Yes, I suppose I should.
You need to hear it all about the huge mistake this foolish man made. The plot thickens, as it tends to do.
There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation.
Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Alright, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison.
There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common.
They do they? Tell us more.
A rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. A curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had motive for their crime. And both of their crimes were impossible.
Impossible?
Curry Lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. It concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition.
But how could that be?
The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator.
Manipulator, huh? Is it Ray? The only other ghost we know about.
That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanilla has been studying these cases.
He has he?
Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective.
You're trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures.
That's what I thought when I first heard the theory, too.
However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Did you tell us about it?
I suppose everybody here has the right to know.
Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanilla can hear this too.
There's something I'd like the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanilla, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
His hair is a George Foreman grill. Wait, what the hell is... Okay, looking at him from the back, what is going on with that? Like, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's funny, and then move on, but now that I'm looking at it, what is this? Can someone explain this to me? How does that function? What is it? It's like a grate on top of his head. He's like bald, except for the fact that his hair is literally a book open a little too far for the spine's health. Advanced comb over.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled.
The shocked hair flip?
But you never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait! Don't deliver that document! That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best.
So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, then?
Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. Boys, the manipulator gave me a fucking heart condition.
I believe it.
At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So, in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose. It sounds a bit like an excuse. Could have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something.
Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out!
Honey, can you not bring your tall boy wine glass into the office of this interior? And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody.
That's why you've been telling people to stay back. But there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. He got gricked. He really did get gricked. He has GTSD, or PGSD, post-Grick stress disorder. Got the Grick, it ruined his life.
But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from?
Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
Matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What?
What did you just say? Jow, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too!
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Spirit. Ghost. God's in heaven.
Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Inspector!
The only person who can't hear him is you and the Blowjob Brothers. I don't think the Blowjob Brothers are sentient, though. I think they're just like... They're just like on strings. They're being puppeted from the ceiling. Twitch does not want you talking about blowjobs. Oh my god. This is Lynn. I'm at the park.
I've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is kind of difficult to explain. I'm going to die in about 5 minutes. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately! He's not dead yet. It's gonna happen. At least one more time before the end of the game. I know it. Oh, now she's dead. Yep.
It looks like your help is needed, Sissel.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? She's off screen, so she's dead. Object permanence, but for Lynn. The park. Cool. Schrodinger's Lynn. She is both alive and dead until you visit the scene of the crime. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off towards Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. A manipulator. A person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? The only superposition I want Lynn to be in is on top of me? No, speak your truth. "1:28 p.m. Temsic Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hit. As the actor for Detective Jowd, I believe me saying Smash Lynn would be problematic. 1:28 p.m. is a typo? No, it was 12:51 and now it's 1:28. Oh, p.m. Yeah, you're right. But if you weren't the actor for Jowd, you know what he'd say? That's fair. Oh hey, Mario's there. Wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? I'm going to Grick myself? I mean, technically you are manipulating your own body at all times. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Lynn's dead again. No, wait, never mind. It's not her this time. Huh? What's he doing here?
La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. La la la, my nose is a chicken.
Yeah, his nose is a chicken. You are the house in the ocean? That is a reference for Only Salty. I don't know that one. A little late. It's already ice cold. No, I'm pretty sure his nose is chicken. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
What just happened? I wasn't even pumping my feet. The swing swings me, and I sling the chicken. The swing is swung, and the chicken is slung. Everything always comes back to chicken in the end.
I'm not even gonna try to figure that one out. Moving on. Boot. Love letter. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna rotate. Aelin. Glad to see you're not dead. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for? Right. I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? Oh. There. In the grass. You'd better see for yourself. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Park guy got fucking smooshed. What voice did I do for this guy again? Bro's a Wind Waker NPC. He really does look like a Wind Waker NPC. It's Beetle's cousin. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the God. Make him Tingle or Beetle, please. Oh no, I can't do Tingle. I'll do Beetle. Does Beetle go? Beetle's like, thank you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. How's that? Is that Beetle-y enough for the Beetle Club? Perfect. Okay, cool. You there! You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. This night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. Oh, he's still at it. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay. What does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. The famed 180-degree pamphlet attack. It's his signature maneuver. I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! I've located the target, Beauty. A girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Thank God that hedge had a through hole. You know, it's like, it was the style at the time. You had to understand. Oh God, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Huh? Oh. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino, the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? Couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Hostile ghost inbound. Look at that! There's another flame besides mine! Oh, so that is the flame of a god! I can do it. Oh! So that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so. Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. Last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. It was probably the flames doing. What could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's... you? Oh my... Sizzle! Oh my... It's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camilla went out and you left, I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big, wide world! This is not where I thought this was going to go at all. And then, here at this park, I found her at last! Yes, you guessed it! I barked! You bet I did! And I went running after her, too! And you got hit by a car! And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death. You bet I did! Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Ooh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. What the fuck? How come he gets the range extender? I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. The missile knows where it is because it is really fucking good at this. Puppies get a range boost? Damn, true. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how would you... I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And had a core, too. Single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things. But apparently, I can swap them! As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap! Why are we introducing... We're like 2/3 of the way into the game at this point, and we're introducing new mechanics? That's incredible! And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, isn't it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager. Meager? Missile, you've made me an accomplice to this murder. Because, you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head! But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. Squish. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Sissel! You think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. You think you could help me? Of course! Naturally! So, we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. We've unlocked the Sissel Missile combo. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf, and then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball! Okay, rugby ball, huh? With the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. That means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready! Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press V. That way, you'll be able to control me. And then, if you press V, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together, we can stop Mino from hurting anybody! The Blowdrop Brothers. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something we can swap, I should use V. Okay, well, we've introduced new mechanics. Have I fucked up immediately? I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. Only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. This and Ace Attorney could absolutely exist in the same universe, but you can't prove that they are. I mean, I'd believe it. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. That's alright. That's what we're going to do now, together. I'm gonna give it my best! First thing to do is find a path to that rugby ball. Just waiting for Park Guy to be the witness in a case the next game. 100% I would believe Park Guy to be a witness. The dumpster lid. Oh, would you look at that? Sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round. Thank you. Thank you, Park Guy. Let's see. To use Mrs. Powers, I just tap V. I'll try it and see what happens. Park Guy does throw a bunch of shit in the air. Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. Must be something we can do. His name is apparently Dabira. This will never be stated in-game. You know what? I think that's perfect. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so we have to launch something up to the tree. Maybe the basketball will do the trick. Oh, the basketball's too heavy. Ooh, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning-fast speed. I've been thinking. If we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, huh? Well, what happens if he lands on the basketball? Well, there's now a tire there. That doesn't seem helpful. What do you think of my lightning-fast pace? I wish he would knock it off, that's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. We're gonna have to find a way to stop him from running. As far as I can say, the only way to do that is to use the playground equipment. The what? You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things. Precisely. Except, there's one more piece of equipment to be exact. Stop him with the equipment. Maybe I should rethink things here. The recklessness of youth status condition is deadly. Many have died to the recklessness of youth. Alright, so... we flip open the dumpster lid. And then we're gonna want to swap something... I think it is the basketball. I think we want to put the basketball on the seesaw. Okay, wait. This guy's name was only ever confirmed in a Steam Point Store item? Oh my god. Alright, then we put the tire in the rotatey-datey. And then... now we can put the basketball right over there. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, while he's doing that, I could probably make it up to the tree. Yep. Oh, there it is. There it is. I think. Shu Takumi will be dropping lore about characters in his breakfast cereal. My hair is also round. Alright, so... will the baseball be able to fly up and dislodge the rugby ball, maybe? But then... there wouldn't be anything to swap with. I have to assume it's gotta be the basketball we put on the seesaw, right? And now, swap Sissel. Boop, boop. if it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. That all this umbrella can be used for knocking the rugby ball down. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. Is there something else we could be doing with the umbrella? Sissel, that funny flattened ball is still in the tree. Yeah, I know. And, there isn't much more time. Find a way somehow. I don't... Alright, let's see where the baseball flies to. Because we tried the tire, that didn't work. We tried the basketball, that didn't work. I still can't reach anything even with the seesaw tilted, so... So, like, I can swap something with the ball and the seesaw. Like, I can swap the baseball with a basketball. But then, what does that do for me? And what does that do about the recklessness of youth? Because... Missil's power is probably a lot easier to use on the DS. Yeah, it's a little... Actually, I wonder... Mouse? Oh, yeah, I could just use mouse control. Yeah, no, that's easy. It shows the silhouette of the object on the top screen. Ah, true. Same shape means same silhouette. Okay, so what do we know? Okay, what if we... I'm confused, because the tire didn't do it, and the basketball didn't do it. I don't know, let's just see. Let's get Sissel up top. Yeah, Sissel can't get up here until this bridge is made. Only Missil can. Sissel and Missil, you know. There are some things I haven't noticed I could trick. It hit the umbrella. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I can't trick that. I can't reach the globe, so that still doesn't get me anywhere. Not as Sissel. I mean, it seems to be suggesting that I need to swap something with Missile. But what exactly? And what else can I trick? I mean, there's the dumpster lid. I can't get up to the umbrella. Can't get up to the umbrella with Sissel. Can't swap the love letter in the umbrella. Closing the umbrella brings it down to like here. Can't trick the rugby ball. Swapping the tire onto the thing didn't seem to do anything. What swap makes things work here? Maybe... swap the basketball. Get into the basketball. And then wait. No, that doesn't... Stop him from running. Swapping the tire into the thing didn't seem to change anything. May you give a suggestion? What kind of suggestion? What haven't I tricked? No, force femming the track park, I will not fix this. Damn it. Nothing will fix Park Guy. Okay, so I gotta think. Oh, maybe we swap the tire onto there while it's on this side. No, that still rolls that way.
Slip a pamphlet into his bag about DIY HRT. I don't even have a guess. Because I can't... Okay, so... No, hang on. So when he jumps on the seesaw, he launches whatever's on it into the air. None of them actually hit the ball. But... it could potentially land in the umbrella, except we can't get to the umbrella in time. We could potentially try to take out the swing while he's swinging on it. Though I'm not sure what we would swap it with, because I'm pretty sure it would have to be a swap. Oh, maybe we swap the dumpster lid with the seesaw? Transition can't fix him, but I think playing Wind Waker might. He needs to see his people. I mean, they specifically point out the round objects, but none of the round objects seem to change anything. Headcanoning Beetle as his estranged father. True. Alright, so his swing is in range. And now we're over here. And that doesn't do anything for us. Okay, so taking stock of the situation, we've got basketball in the spinny dip. Maybe we gotta... We swap in the tire. We swap in the tire while he's still spinning on the swing? Or on the circle thing? Nope, that did not do anything to slow him down. Sis will spin the thing while Park Guy is on it. I can't imagine.
I imagine that would not be the case. It wants me to swap with something round. Like, it specifically calls out swapping something round in. But what? I mean, putting the tire in the circle doesn't help. Putting the tire on the seesaw doesn't help. Putting the basketball on the seesaw doesn't help. So this tree, there's nothing I can do here until he starts spinning. And by the time the love letter is up, he's on the seesaw. So the tree I can safely ignore. Hopefully. For now. Is there some other round thing that I can swap with? Can't swap the seesaw for the dumpster lid. Can't... Swapping the baseball for the tire doesn't really accomplish much. Boot, can't swap with anything. Globe Climber, I would be able to trick it, except Sissel can't reach it until he's on it. Until the guy is on it. So, it doesn't seem to matter what I put in the globe, that doesn't stop it. And none of the round objects quite reach the rugby ball. I assume it needs to, whatever round object we send up there needs to land in the maybe we need to trick the swing while he's on it, but again, we can't get Sissel onto the swing. Okay, what is able to be tricked here? The seesaw? The dumpster lid? And I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything. It's just the seesaw and the dumpster lid. Minus the stuff that we can't reach until it's already too late. Now, if we knock this canister this oil drum over, somehow, it would probably have a circle silhouette. But I don't know how helpful that would be. And also, I don't think there's any way to enact that. We got circles for days, I see that. Okay, so maybe I have to... Maybe I have to tilt the seesaw right before he jumps on it? Yeah, so it hits the... Okay, so that's definitely the second half of the solution, but I'm still missing the first half, because if we move the umbrella out of the way, the baseball will land on it. Will hit the ball if that trajectory lands. But then what do we need to swap to stop Parkman from just barreling ahead like that? Because Sissel, there's nothing Sissel can do right now, as far as I can tell. So it's gotta be a swap. Nothing else makes sense. I mean, the game specifically calls out swap. Can't swap umbrella. Can't swap love letter. Okay, maybe if we swap the tire into here. Why does resetting the time reset my friend's brains? Don't worry about it. Okay, so maybe if we do it... Maybe if we swap while it's rotating, it'll have a different silhouette, which means it will swap with different things. Well, that does seem to be true, but I don't see anything to swap it with. 'Cause I can't swap it with the boot. Maybe I just have the wrong timing? No, not quite. No, that's definitely not it. Maybe I can swap it with a leaflet? Nope. I was so close. Fire, swap. And then tire, baseball, swap. And then we wait. Hmm. There we go. Oh, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just might buy us some time. Maybe we'll just keep spinning around like that the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand it for that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Do what we can while we have this chance. Okay, so we open the umbrella. Basketball. What? Oh, wait a minute. No, there we go. We're good. And then... Oh, I need the tire down here. Okay. Okay. Swap that. Oop, oop. And yeet. Close. Open. And we wait. Swap. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. Just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet!
Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go! Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. There! How's that? My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Now nobody has to die! Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't waste your life away already. Oh, of course. You're right. Okay, Missile. Have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present! Thank you, Missile. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright. After all, she has me! Missile? Are you in there? Miss Lynn! Leave Miss Camilla to me! I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her! Missile. Bye, Dabira, named character. Miss Lynn! Bye, Missile. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Oh! I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods! Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you! Oh! Where'd she... I'm not gonna question it. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue! Here, did you know that the DIY hormone community has come quite far in the past few years? It's very safe. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it! It was 10 years ago, in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about... We met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago in this park. It can only be one thing that I can think of. Looks like I better talk to Mr. Leaflet here.
Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Can you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us! Missile. Wait a minute. You said G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? The Rock of the Gods. A rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. Miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely! It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I know I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. He didn't actually shoot the guy. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. I can't believe it." But he killed him in his mind, you see, which is just as bad. They were actually like, yeah, he didn't do that thing that he framed himself for, but he also didn't do that thing that he did either. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik, and still today, it lies sleeping, deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Len. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now, an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So, 10 years ago, that little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that. But Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsig thing. And if he knew, and the man died, it took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. We found the music box, Detective Jowd.
Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him.
Him? You mean Inspector Cabanilla, right?
I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me.
Detective Jowd.
Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain act to doing it, you know.
Oh. Calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. He's just too massive.
Here you are.
Thank you, Jowd.
You should find scorch marks on the grip.
Scorch marks?
When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears.
Why would little Camilla use something like that?
I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. Mr. Minister, that gun has a habit of being loaded for no reason. Be careful. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. Those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. It didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. That angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago.
10 years.
What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so?
Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right?
She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is.
What is it now?
I just don't know. What should I do next?
You'll figure it out. We believe in you.
Thistle, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight,
come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their faiths. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. Things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too? There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? Contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it! See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. Junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsik. A meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. You found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If that's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite! I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! You were trying to save me! Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? On that day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. Worst sort of incident. The suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I can't believe Jowd's Catholic. Damn. The Catholic guilt is hitting hard. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him, bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, When my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. Including Sissel. And tonight, finished my last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day? Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face! Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. Brian, why'd you kill Sissel? The face of the man whose life I stole, of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the man that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister?
Inspector Cabanela, where are you?
Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand.
What? Demand?
Demand hasn't changed. Execution must be tonight. Once we confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage.
What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanela? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted.
Does it really matter who the hostage is? Life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Yeah, he might be getting bricked. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever.
What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Cabanela?
The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people, twisted fate, League of Legends, and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanela's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that than when I started. Damn. The plot is thickening incredibly. Ah, my trauma song. I like this one. I played it in jail all the time. It reminds me of the weight of what I've done. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Huh? I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Oh man, it's been so long, I don't remember your voice.
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
In case you didn't understand, foreigners are evil yet. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
We're back in the doohickey chamber. Let's go! Oh, all kinds of new doohickeys are happening.
Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
And the regenerating grapes. I remember the regenerating grapes. Is this is a submarine? Nice try, Inspector Cavanella. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Imagine solving a Grick in a map that big. Hopefully it would be divided into several smaller Gricks, instead of one big one. Evil Sissel. Pissel. True. So, submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the Inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? The Sissel knows who he is because he knows who he isn't. Well, I don't think he knows who he isn't is the problem. Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. A little nervous about what I might see there, though. If that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. Alright, what? What? How... Rito, how can 3 Sissel? As the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that kind of any question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. You've forgotten that? Wrong. I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing at the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. It's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cavanella. Me. You hadn't done what you did. never would have pointed a gun at that kid. This guy is unstable. He's also undead, it seems like. You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. Ugh. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Damn, he's slick with it! Damn, he ragdolled! Damn, he's unragdolling. You gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everyone who knew about Temsik. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela, he's awake. My head is spinning, baby. I don't understand. That Cabanela character just got shot. Me? That's right. You're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. You came on a rescue mission now, did you? Didn't like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. Life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. Okay, what is going on here? So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I'd better be careful. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. Imagine being 13 playing this game on the DS. It's one of those life-changing experiences, yeah. Okay, so I imagine I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to do something after he gets fucking blasted. That was a real shocker, baby. Didn't you feel that? Grilled his own fist to crispy perfection. Just not natural, is it? It's kind of hard to move around here. He has the same kind of powers you do, after all. If you do anything too obvious, he'll notice you. Under these circumstances, I don't know if there's a way to save you. Ouch! Don't inflict that right in front of me, baby! Okay, maybe I gotta go down here? Look at this place. What happened here? What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? Thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. There's Pigeon Guy in here somewhere. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old Pigeon Guy? Alright, presumably, we gotta get to, Pigeon Guy. Yeah, there he is, I see him. This is some kind of device? Very astute observation. Oh, sorry, my memory isn't working. Yeah, mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment, though. I question the physics of that, but I don't know, let's go talk to Pigeon Guy. Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. You get the fucking pigeon in the afterlife? Maybe that's just part of his hair. The pigeon is part of his ego. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. You talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. Aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Alright, I'll be right back. You're right, I am going to be 4 minutes back. Back to the time of my death. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor, this place is dangerous? Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead! He's just not there!
true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. I have to wave my Lego gold stud over him. So, you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. It's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? Create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. But yeah, so why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase the names. I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way.
Professor, look out! New backdrop!
Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there? Planned it all out tonight. When my baby shoot him, have his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. It's definitely not because he's blue. I'm not racist. Shut up. Said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab. He already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, eh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. If that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby! Action is the name of the game! Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. Play some shitty games that suck ass. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say that, too. If you stop the explosion, it'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Jump in there and take care of the man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Oh, what do you propose then, Professor? Pray tell. Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. Alright. It's no use, I can't open it. Would the fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it? I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. He sounds so proud of that fact, too. This door. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. It's no use! Door that opens downward, eh? I'm gonna love this. What in the world is this thing? This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it affects Temsic radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. A sorry pair. Alright. What can we interact with here? Balance toy?
Fool! What do you think you're doing?
I just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion!
Oh yeah. I just thought... He just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought! Oops, that was my bad. There aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. Guess I just need to wait it out. Maybe I can get to the toolbox? He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. Well, I can't open the door while he's standing on it. Can't reach the toolbox. I guess I'll just hang out in the measuring device. See if he moves it closer to the thingamadoo. Do we have to... Maybe we have to, like, raise the door just as the explosion is about to happen? Well, there's not really a lot to work with here. As you perhaps have already noticed, time's running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. But, you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. Looks like it's all over. Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Hey, I know that voice. Where are you? What's with the frail-sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. Friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile, but has strength that'd surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. Or he's carried away, no less. I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Oh. Sissel! Here I am! Oh hey, it's... Missile! What are you doing there? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay, never mind.
Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of the man in red then. No, we can't do that either. We can't do this, we can't do that, what can we do? We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. Talking about a matter of seconds, we can't miss our chance. Alright, what do we got? Do you remember how to use my powers? Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right? Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? As I was being carried into the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at a thing from different angles, it looks different. You know, that's a pretty good point for a little doggy who came in with the sewage. Okay, so Missile is gaming. Missile goes wherever he pleases. Need to move Sissel out of the way. If that is his real name. Alright, what in here looks the same? Oh, this toy cake, maybe, could be swapped. Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel! My animal instincts are starting to surface! If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. Must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, eh? Oh. Yo! Rat Fest! Rat Feast at the Rat Fest. Yo, rats! Yeah, rats! Yeah! Deploy the rats! 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 That's what I call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like Dancing Mile myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. A dangerous bunch. Ooh, you. It's you. It always has been you. There we go. Bada boom. Oh wait. No. I forgot I left Sissel on there. Sissel, could you scooch over? Thank you. Boop. Look out! New backdrop! Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you! The pigeon is just built different. Pigeon picked up blast resistance.
I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off.
Sorry, Inspector Cabanela. I couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. Alright, well that's one down. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead now that— not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister?
Huh?
You really shouldn't be mean like that.
What's this lively little creature?
Remember the phone book? Aren't you glad the phone book was updated? I don't think I've opened the phone book once. Oh, this little doggy's the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Oh. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing! Poor little girl, taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla! A hostage! What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanela, it's time to save your life now.
You couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. New backdrop.
Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanela is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you!
Okay, lovey-dove. We need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
There you are, Sissel!
Sorry for the wait, Missile.
Thank you, Celeste Bird! 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun.
You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go again with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanela without him noticing.
Ugh, it's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap V. How did you make that shape with your mouth? Alright. So Sissel can't quite reach anything just yet. But Missile is all over this. Like this? How the fuck are you doing that? Right, so what do we got in here? So, Sissel, could you explain something to me? Exactly how did the man in white die? He got shot with the gun. Gun, huh? Always wondered about those things. How come people die when they hear that loud bang? Huh? Oh, huh. Why do they? I don't remember. Oh, brother, I hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet. Bullet. A little lump of metal. It proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head. Aha! I get it! It's like a little tiny Mino, right? Yeah, something like that, I guess. Different shape, though.
In that case, I ought to be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white. Good. Hey, good news, eh, White Coat?
Can anybody here just call me Cabanella?
Doesn't seem to be anything we can do currently. Many different shapes. Guess we just wait and see how things unfold. I don't know if it's a good idea to have Sissel in the stepladder, because I know it's going to get launched back. Unless... maybe it is a good idea to have Sissel in there. Or Missile in there, rather. Yep. Smacks his hand. Objection.
Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around.
You have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. It's the only time that he takes his eyes off me, too. If you have something to do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the Inspector. Alright. So now, Sissel can get over here. We swivel the desk lamp. Okay, can we... Does that do anything for us? Doubtful. No, let's restart that. I think if we have the lamp facing away, maybe? We gotta intercept the bullet. Okay, so you're just chilling. You're chilling. You're so chill right now. Objection. Alright, now, the only ghost trick we can really do here is desk lamp. Because I know the desk lamp swings over and knocks the gun out of his hand, but maybe that buys us some time. Oh, I should have gotten Sissel to the... Oh? Never mind. It just comes back, I forgot.
Yikes! I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. And why did you go through the trouble of shooting him at all? Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. The situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Okay. There's something we can, like... Is there something that, like, has the same shape as a bullet around here? Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. What happens here? Maybe once he's turned around like that, we can move the stepladder? Microscope. You can jiggle the hat. Oh? Oh! Ooh! 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 Move! 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 That's it. it has a couple of funny bad ends you think you should see before solving. Oh, well, the lamp just swings around all 360. Ooh, would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance! I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as that bullet. No, get the hat. Get to the hat. Okay, well, it just straight up isn't letting me down to the hat, which is unfortunate. Because I thought that was it. Oh. That didn't go well. Tried swapping what we could find, but we just made things worse. Not nice, kids. Not nice at all. You put a dent in my lovely mask. Guess we better look for something softer to swap with. Okay, so we gotta put the knit hat on the hook. We did fucking brain him. That's unfortunate for his brain. Okay, so we gotta get the knit hat. We gotta get the knit hat onto here, and then swap it with... No. Oh, we swap it with the book. We swap it with the book. Okay, we have a plan of action. Okay, so... Grumble, grumble, I'm angry. Objection. Turn around. What was that noise? Okay, well, we knocked the helmet down. Let's just move Sissel out of the way for now. How could we swap? So... So we can definitely, like, once the hat... once we have the hat over there... Yeah, once the hat is on this thing, we can move it over here and then swap it with the book. But what does that do for us? I mean, I guess we'll find out. Cabanella, pull the trigger. Alright, move the step ladder. Boop, boop. Jiggle the hat. For yo-yoing. And now it's shaped the same as the book. Remove it. Is that Phoenix's beanie? It would be really funny if it was. Alright, so now the cap is there. Perfect. Alright, and that's gaming. That's good. Well, would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. So warm and, most of all, soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Ha! I thought so. Okay, there we go. There's our solution. Yeah, the Phoenix beanie has like a pin on it, doesn't it? Hat. Whoop. I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and, most of all, soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? You two are working together. That's about the size of it, yeah. Would believe a story about a manipulator. So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. We did it. We could call that a hat trick. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present. Plus or minus 2? You can't leave me in quantum superposition like that. Oh, I forgot to read that. Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys come through for us. Ah, damn it. You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Oh, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I'd better talk to them. Alright, well, boop. If I knew things were gonna end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby! That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but it's true that I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. It was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. Still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. We're getting some intel. Look at us. I mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally, you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes. 10 years ago, on that day, Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. Called in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. Then I did it. Made two very stupid mistakes. This may be the funniest thing in the entire game. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard, drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. Left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun? Dude. Oops, my fucking gun! How silly me, I dropped my fucking gun! How could you? I used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Detective Xigbar is a fucking dipshit. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. I won't say the name, though. I don't really know why. Said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. Bluistan? And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave him two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock broadcast. It's whatever country Sonia from Danganronpa is the princess of. Cyanistan? Oh, that's good. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those two inmates at the special prison, huh? Kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. Then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight. A submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. A submarine? We haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. Terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes.
Now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. And your life, huh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel instead of the special investigation. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the Manipulator case. The Manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma? I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. Then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. A manipulator. He's going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. You're so determined to help Detective Jowd. Why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. Wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? Man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby! That's it, eh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Huh, what's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. There are more important things to do with our time tonight. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. Police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. It's the meteorite that's giving the powers, isn't it? And that's why Missile got him, because he died right on top of the meteorite. The plot is unraveling. Or, not unraveling, that's not the right word. What's... thickening? I don't know, whatever. Something's happening to the plot. They're doing strange and silly things to the plot. 7 days and 7 nights... I don't know where I'm going with this. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. Connections are happening. Yeah, that's the one. They never filed an autopsy report. The pigeon is blue? Oh my god! The pigeon is a double agent! That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Can you tell me more? Literally every behavioral trait for these characters has been accounted for here, except Cabanella's fructose overdose. I will not deny a man his fruitiness. That would be unethical. Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. We never see the guy in the past, so I choose to believe he had the pigeon when he was a mortician. I also believe that. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right, no question about that. There wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch? But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. But when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut.
As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. That's how it went. No scarring or blood either. They never had the chance to solve the mystery. It's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. There is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on the stove. Corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be? The most popular Cabanela ship on Archive of Our Own by raw numbers is the poly ship of Alma Cabanela Jowd. Give us the uncut yaoi, we don't need the wife in there. Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment. With the three most prolific writers in the fandom factored out, it becomes much more evenly tied with Cabanela Jowd. Cabanela Evil Sissel is a less common but not unheard of pairing. All three of these ships receive respectable amounts of fan art, not just fanfiction. I see. I'm learning a lot about fanfiction today. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell, and just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. I heard there's an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I'd heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew that he was communicating with a certain foreign country. One of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic were somehow connected, which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. That contraption in the basement there. You built that to try and help Detective Jowd? That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device, but there was just one part of it. I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. That must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanela!
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. Must have sounded like a real villain. Hated to spoil your image of me. That cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cabanela, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. That's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Night. Really thought we finally had him. My body gave out on me right at the critical moment. Like a cruel joke.
Ha ha ha! But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jowd!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it. Sorry I took so long to get here. Leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second. Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. That is a powerful bird.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me. It's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it.
Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. Now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. It's almost dawn. New illustration. New background.
New backdrop! New backdrop! The dead Sissel backdrop?
This is... What is this? Some kind of ghost trick? You think if I wrap a little early, it'll make the last stream a bit more paced? I was actually just thinking that, yeah. Hey, it's me. I'm Sissel. I couldn't really come up with a better voice, so I'm kind of just talking for this one. I'm in the White Void. This is what I see when I'm in the ghost world. What chapter did I just end on? Let's find out. Chapter 16. Yeah, so I think if we end here, we'll do the last stream. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up here. And we'll finish it up on, maybe Sunday, though we are driving on Sunday, so I might be wiped. But we'll see. It'll either be Sunday or next Thursday. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Gricking. The Gricking has been grunderful. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective registered trademark. Copyright Capcom Co. Limited 2010-2023, all rights reserved. Alright, but regardless of when the next stream is, I will see you all next time. Thank you all for coming out. Ta-ta! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Like when you're playing Mario 64 DS and you close the DS and Mario goes bye-bye!